Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Drew blew up Sonny's penthouse. Is a monstrous secret revealed? According to General Hospital teasers, Drew Quartermaine may have been responsible for blowing up Sonny Corinthos' penthouse. Will Drew's most horrifying secret finally be revealed? There's no doubting that Drew has done some really bad things in recent months. Drew manages to outdo himself just as it appears he can't go much lower. With that in mind, it would be a mistake to dismiss Drew as a probable suspect in the penthouse explosion case. This is especially true if Drew is about to leave the show. In that case, it's easy to see the GH writers fully committed to Drew's dark side. What better way to accomplish this than by holding Drew accountable for the attack on Sonny's home? Drew may have targeted Sonny's penthouse as a result of the impending custody battle. Drew might have seen it as a strategy to help Willow Corinthos get an advantage. Perhaps Drew wanted to emphasize the danger that surrounds Grandpa Sonny and make it appear that Michael Corinthos could have had the kids in an unsafe environment. Of course, Drew probably didn't expect Michael to be caught in the explosion and suffer serious burns. Michael happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, but it could still be Drew's responsibility that his life was in danger, at least if he is responsible for the penthouse attack. Drew is a former Navy SEAL who brings extensive experience and resources to the table. We might easily picture Drew obtaining an incendiary device typically employed in clandestine operations. Drew clearly has a hatred against Sonny, therefore GH could be preparing the framework for Drew to be revealed as the mastermind behind the explosion. If Drew is genuinely to blame, the ramifications will be severe. Willow will be astonished and enraged if she discovers Drew nearly cost Wiley and Amelia Corinthos their father. There's also the problem of Sonny and Jason Morgan's vengeance, which may be swift and deadly. Our predictions indicate that the true villain of this penthouse explosion may be rather stunning, so stay tuned for updates on whether Drew may have gone too far. According to General Hospital spoilers, Drew may not survive if he crosses this deadly line, so we'll keep you updated on his likely fate. GH spoilers, Chase's world collapses as Dante offers help. General Hospital spoilers suggest Harrison Chase is clinging to Dante Falconeri like a lifeline. Chase has recently been spilling his guts to his friend, first about his fertility struggles, and now about the rocky fallout from telling Brooklyn Quartermaine that he wanted to use his brother Hamilton Finn's sperm to have a baby together, thinking it would keep some DNA in the family, but Brooklyn's reaction? Chase was taken aback, but they were able to brush it aside. Dante has become his go-to sounding board, lending a shoulder through this disaster, but this bromance may be over if a shocking secret is revealed, and Chase will not see it coming. General Hospital spoilers, Brooklyn's half-truth. Brooklyn has a bombshell that is sealed up tighter than Fort Knox. She had a teen pregnancy and gave the baby up for adoption. That kid is Dante's. Yes, the little bundle she gave off years ago connects her to Chase's best friend, and only she and her mother, Lois Cerullo, know the truth. Brooklyn has been dealing with this ghost until she reveals the truth to Chase, only to have him push his finsperm scheme, completely unaware that her baby's father is Dante. The secret is simmering, and it's only a matter of time before it erupts, appending Chase's perception of his lady love. Brooklyn's interest about that long-lost child is piqued, intensely. She's beginning to wonder where they are, who they've become, and whether she should seek them out. Fans are whispering, will she finally dig into it? If she does, the consequences will be unavoidable. She would have to confess to both Dante and Chase. Picture Brooklyn sitting them down and saying, Dante, surprise, you're a dad bomb, and Chase's mouth drops to the floor as he realizes that his girlfriend has a child with his best buddy, something he will never offer her. The clock is ticking on her secret, and with each passing day, she gets closer to the truth, which could turn their life upside down, especially because that kid is already closer than she realizes. General Hospital spoilers, one big unhappy family. This is where the rug is pulled out from under poor Chase. What about that baby? Giovanni Gio Palmieri is already staying at the Quartermaine home with them, and only Lois knows he is Dante and Brooklyn's son. Chase's world is about to implode when Dante discovers he is a father to Gio, no less. What about his friendship with Brooklyn? Deniso. No more defending her before Lulu Spencer. Chase can't bear the thought of Brooklyn having a living, breathing child with Dante while he's grabbing at straws like Finn's DNA. The betrayal will strike him like a freight train. Dante's days as Chase's confidant are numbered. Does Sonny know the truth about Gio on General Hospital? Joe's biological parents are soon to be exposed. Does Sonny already know? The biggest General Hospital secret is going to be disclosed. Gio is the son of Dante and Brooklyn. Is Lois the only one who knows the truth, or is Sonny in on the secret? Bensonhurst buddies Lois, Sonny, and Olivia grew raised together in Bensonhurst, Brooklyn, and share an unshakable relationship. The next generation, Brooklyn and Dante, continued on their footsteps. They may be close, but secrets have surfaced over the years. The biggest surprise came when Sonny discovered that Dante was actually his son. Olivia separated the two for years since his father's life was too risky. Now they have a wonderful father-son bond. Lois and Sonny have always communicated openly. She is often the only person who can communicate with him. Now she is keeping the biggest secret of her life, which makes her and her friend grandparents to the same child. Brooklyn and Dante had a romance during camp, and Brooklyn became pregnant. It doesn't make sense for a variety of reasons, but we'll stick with it. BLQ only informed her mother, who claimed to have planned to give the kid up for adoption. She gave him to friends in the neighborhood. Both parents died, and the baby has grown into an adult Gio who lives at the Quartermaines. It appears that Lois is the only one who knows the truth, but then there's Sonny. He has been secretly supporting Gio for years, and the violinist refers to him as Uncle Sonny, as does Brooklyn. The mob boss could not have known all along that he was Joe's grandpa Sonny because he was unaware that Dante was his son. However, he may have known that BLQ was Joe's birth mother without knowing who the father was and was keeping it a secret from Lois. She may also have later revealed to him that Dante is the father. Confusing? Yes! Sonny has numerous flaws, but he is generous. It stands to reason that he would assist Lois in supporting Gio and his adopted family, regardless of whether he was aware of or involved in the secret. His reaction when all of this is revealed will be interesting. He may be shocked, or not. Do you believe Sonny knows the truth? Please let us know in the comments. James has a medical emergency, Tracy and Sonny clash, and Lulu drops a baby bomb on Carly. James West need immediate medical attention, while Tracy Quartermaine and Sonny Corinthos disagree on a significant issue. In addition, Lulu Spencer invites Carly Spencer into the baby loop. James West's accident. General Hospital teasers for Thursday's episode reveal that poor James will be involved in an accident that requires immediate medical attention. Felicia Scorpio will be at the hospital's nurses' station when she informs Willow Tate Corinthos that her grandson urgently needs to see a doctor, while the concerned nurse looks on. Willow will become better acquainted with Isaiah Gannon, the hospital's newest surgeon. These two appear to get along well as friends, but how friendly will they become? Tracy Quartermaine versus Sonny Corinthos. When Tracy and Sonny face off across town, it appears to be a tremendous clash of two larger-than-life personalities. It appears that they will not agree on an issue, and Ms. Quartermaine can be seen in the General Hospital trailer for the show lashing out at the mob boss. Tracy makes it obvious to Sonny that she absolutely does not want it. The two are squabbling in the Q house, so what is the issue now? General Hospital spoilers suggest that Lulu will use the information she has to figure out what to do next after Carly Spencer's warning to the Spencer women. She discovered on Wednesday's show that Brooklyn Quartermaine Chase became pregnant with Dante Falconeri's child while the two were at camp as teenagers. This was proven when Lulu had a covert conversation with Cody Bell, pretending that BLQ had confided in her, and he spilled the beans on the story. The promo for tomorrow's episode shows Lulu with Carly, and it's evident she's asked her cousin for guidance. Still, it appears that she has told her everything, as Carly informs Lulu that the fallout could be devastating. Are you prepared for that? Lulu looks concerned as Carly offers her opinion. Back in the hospital, Elizabeth Baldwin will meet with Drew Quartermaine. What is this all about? Meanwhile, the congressman will be busy on the show, as Trina Robinson introduces him to Kai Taylor in the preview. The college football player can be heard cheerfully declaring, "Any friend of Trina's is a friend of mine." But can you call someone who is blackmailing your mother a friend? Portia Robinson will also appear on the episode, and it appears that she will follow Ava Jerome's advice to contact Rick Lansing. Rick and Portia are featured on the General Hospital preview, with the lawyer stating, "Unfortunately, this is your only option." What will Portia do next? Alexis Davis will be summoned to Windermere, which means she and Jen Sidwell will have an explosive meeting. So, what precisely does he want from Alexis? Ms. Davis, however, will not be the only guest to Windermere. Natalia Ramirez is also expected to pay her ex-husband a visit. Natalia is shown in tomorrow's episode addressing someone, "I know you are here for a hostile takeover." Does she imply deception or another company? Could she imply Sonny's territory? Will Alexis run into Natalia while she is at Windermere? Fans will need to tune in to find out. Chris McKenna teases a possible explosion for Jack and Carly on GH. When Chris McKenna took over the role of Jack Brennan on General Hospital, he was already familiar with co-star Laura Wright from their time working on soap operas in New York City in the 1990s. Of course, while the actors are buddies, their Port Charles alter egos are currently involved in a tangled romance. As far as Jack goes, "I've played CIA agents before, and FBI agents and DA agents," McKenna told Soap Opera Digest. "I have worked with the technical advisors. I've worked alongside CIA operatives. So, when I approach this part, my opinion is that Jack has been in the WSB for decades, which means he has darkness within him. He has had to do terrible things. He has had to harden himself. He has scars on his soul. And that's what makes the stakes so high and the romance so much fun and delicious," he went on, "because if someone can get through that and get to his heart, he's in for a fight of his life. So, it's really fun to do that, and we're having a great time plumbing this whole relationship, and we have a special chemistry." Carly was initially hesitant to get romantically involved with Brennan because his job requires him to keep a side of himself hidden from her. Of course, she has no idea that one of his hidden secrets is that he has recruited her daughter to work for the WSB. "I have no idea what the hell he is thinking," McKenna admits. Carly is not going to like this, obviously. Jack is really getting in, well, I hope not over his head. But he definitely needs Jocelyn for a specific reason, and she is well suited to it. So, for the greater good, he must do what is necessary, even if it means potentially jeopardizing his future with Carly, or betraying her. We can all see where it might lead and the potential explosion at the end of this route. I'm not sure where it's heading, but I'm looking forward to finding out. Share your thoughts on Carly and Jack's connection in the comments section, and keep watching General Hospital to see how the storyline progresses. Jack Brennan's complex web of duplicity will eventually unravel, leaving Carly Spencer reeling. His manipulation has far-reaching consequences, affecting not just Carly's life but also that of her daughter, Jocelyn, and her best friend, Jason Morgan. When the full extent of his betrayal is revealed, the consequences will be terrible. Brennan's affections for Carly may be genuine, but his reasons for getting close to her were far from harmless. From the start, his presence at Port Charles was no coincidence. He purposefully placed himself in Carly's life, ensuring she perceived him as an ally. But why? Brennan's actions were not at random, according to the show's lead writers, Elizabeth Quartet and Chris Van Etten. They confirm that, while his feelings for Carly may have developed unwittingly, his proximity to her was always part of a broader plan, one that revolved entirely around Jocelyn. A dangerous game with Jocelyn. Brennan's feelings for Jocelyn were never about protecting her. He had a plan, one that included molding her into someone she had never asked to be. He fed her carefully curated clues, leading her into life-threatening scenarios solely to test her instincts. That journey eventually took her to Cyrus Renault's cabin, where she ended his reign of terror with a single gunshot. Brennan has taken it upon himself to clean up the mess. He has covered up the crime, ensuring that no evidence of Jocelyn's involvement remains. However, in doing so, he is plotting an even worse betrayal, one that puts Jason Morgan directly in the line of fire. Framing Jason, the ultimate betrayal. Carly has always been strongly loyal to Jason, and Brennan's premeditated framing of him is a declaration of war. By planting those two hairs at the crime scene, he ensures that Jason is the sole suspect in the case. Carly considers that an unforgivable offense. Jason is more than simply Carly's best friend, he's family. And now Brennan has put him at risk of spending the rest of his life in prison for a crime he did not commit. When Carly realizes that the man she has been falling for is the same man who is attempting to destroy someone she loves, there is no turning back. The breaking point, the moment of reckoning, is approaching. Carly will eventually discover the truth. Brennan has been manipulating her since the beginning, has lured Jocelyn into a perilous scenario, and has set Jason up to take the fall. When she does, there is no way she will let it go. Jocelyn, too, faces a life-altering decision. Will she come forward and confess, bringing an end to the web of lies? Or will she forge a deal with Brennan to ensure Jason's release? Whatever happens next, one thing is certain: Brennan's betrayal will cost him everything. Carly Spencer does not forgive easily. Lulu deceives Cody, Rocco sends a surprise text, and Carly has a meltdown. After photographing Marty's notes listing Dante as the father of a kid Brooke Lynn had given up for adoption, Lulu went straight to the Quartermaine stables to speak with Cody. She stated she only wanted to hang out with someone she didn't know before her unconsciousness. Over drinks, Lulu addressed Dante and Cody's summer camp experience and began asking questions about Brooke Lynn. She even claimed Brooke Lynn informed her what happened that summer when they were discussing her and Chase's fertility troubles. Lulu never used the terms pregnancy or baby, but Cody did, and that was all she needed to hear. Charlotte makes contact. Rocco was frightened when he received another text from his sister informing him that she was in Buenos Aires. He showed Danny, who recommended him to notify Lulu straight soon, but Rocco was afraid Lulu would get on another plane and kill herself. When Jason returned home, Danny grabbed Rocco's phone and showed him the latest. While Jason was meeting with Anna to schedule a vacation to Buenos Aires, Rocco lost his patience with Danny for not minding his own business and showed Jason the text. Dante had to mediate, but the boys lied, claiming their dispute was over a lady. Dante is familiar with teenage boys, so he bought the story. Carly's jealousy. Carly and Jack were having a nice supper at the Metro Court when a woman named Vivian approached their table and questioned why Jack hadn't phoned her in a while. After the woman left, Jack wanted to discuss a weekend vacation to Paris, but Carly refused to communicate at all. Instead, she fled the restaurant and wounded herself on the pier, where Jack discovered her. Carly stated she didn't like Jack telling Vivian that he was available. Carly reaffirmed that she did not want a casual fling, and that if Jack did, she was not interested in him. Jack was about to tell Carly what he really wanted from her when he received a text stating that Charlotte was in Buenos Aires. Steve Burton quitting General Hospital due to current storyline? General Hospital's arrivals and departures indicate that viewers will see less of Jason Morgan in the coming weeks and months. Steve Burton quitting General Hospital due to current storyline? That's because there's heavy speculation on social media that Steve Burton is seeking to call it quits, despite the fact that he's only been back on the canvas for a short period. It appears to be all about his current plot and the author's direction for his character. Simply told, many people believe Steve is dissatisfied with Jason Morgan's watered-down version and want to reintroduce his Stone Cold Steve Austin alter ego. The only difficulty is that the writers are not on board with the plan. And, despite Jason Morgan spending more time with Danny and attempting to protect Sasha from the world's sins, Steve appears to be dissatisfied with the route his character is taking. After all, Steve is emotionally invested in Jason Morgan. Even though he has portrayed the character on and off over the years, it has helped him become the household name he is today in the daytime television industry. General Hospital spoilers: what's next for Steve Burton in Port Charles? Now, whether or not Steve leaves remains to be seen. It's not like he'd be unemployed in the soap industry. Soon after being sacked from General Hospital in 2021 for failing to comply with the network's vaccine mandate, he was hired by Days of Our Lives. There is a good likelihood that someone will pick up the actor again shortly. So yet, Steve Burton has not commented on the topic. General Hospital spoilers: March 7th, Ned and Lois aren't on the same page on the next episode of General Hospital. Ned and Lois dispute, Isaiah and Jordan become closer, and Emma is concerned about Anna. In addition to Ned and Lois' disagreement, General Hospital spoilers for Friday, March 7th, 2025, include Brooke Lynn finding herself in hot water and Carly making a major decision. Next on General Hospital, even though they were a super couple back in the day, we don't see many scenes with the divorced Ned and Lois anymore. However, the pair, formerly known as Noise, is about to have a furious discussion. When Ned and Lois disagree, it's possible that they're talking about Tracy, Brooklyn, or both. Will this conversation lead to any revelations? After all, Lois is aware that Brooklyn had a baby she put up for adoption as a teenager. In truth, Lois was the one who helped Brooklyn through this horrific time, and they kept it a secret from everyone, including Ned and Dante. When Ned finds out, he will be furious, to say the least. That word might be an understatement, actually. But, until then, in the video preview at the close of Thursday's episode, Ned tells Lois, "This time my mother was right." Was this all about the trust Sonny instilled in Gio? This shouldn't come as a surprise. First, the secret of adoption/Dante as father has been revealed. We also viewed the show's weekly video peek on Monday. Brooklyn is in the hot seat, and Lulu is the person who put her there. Lulu needs answers. How will Brooklyn respond? More importantly, will Brooke turn around and inform Dante about the baby bombshell? Meanwhile, Emma is worried about Anna. Anna and Jason decide to play hero again as they travel to South America to return Charlotte to Port Charles. What does Emma know about Anna's trip that has her worried? Chemistry elsewhere, it appears that Isaiah and Jordan can steal time together. Jordan appears to be taking a break from her self-imposed undercover duties, which means she won't have to spend time courting Sidwell's favor. As for Isaiah, he must be taking a well-deserved break from GH. As a result, the sparks between the two burn brighter, and Isaiah and Jordan become closer. How much closer? Making up her mind finally, Carly takes a major decision. This could be related to the sudden insecurities she is experiencing in her connection with Brennan. Or it could be that, owing to Lulu, she now knows Gio is Sonny's grandchild. Carly claims she learned her lesson, but will she tell Sonny about Brooklyn, Dante, and Gio anyway? The real reason for General Hospital's Brennan darkness. Chris McKenna has previously portrayed covert operatives and worked with various advisors, so he gets Brennan's perspective. Brennan is more than simply the WSB station chief for General Hospital. He is also a seasoned spy with the Bureau. Secrets and falsehoods are essential tools in his job. His purpose is to live in the shadows and make the world a safer place, and he recently recruited Jocelyn as an agent after noticing skills in her that screamed spy. He's also wooing her mother, Carly. Chris McKenna recently discussed the darkness that comes with being a spy and how it may impact his possible romance. Brennan's darkness comes from within. Although he appeared to be a villain at first, Brennan eventually changed his ways and became one of the good guys. He helped save Anna, Jason, Lucky, and Holly from probable death at the hands of Sidwell. Brennan, on the positive side, can be merciless in his techniques, but Carly has managed to ignite something in his heart. McKenna told Soap Opera Digest that in the past, he played characters who worked for federal agencies such as the DEA, FBI, and CIA, and was advised by technical consultants. He added, "I've worked with CIA operatives. So, when I'm approaching this role, my take is that Jack has been in the WSB for decades, which means he's got darkness in him. He has scars on his soul." McKenna further explained the darkness as a result of terrible things Brennan has most likely had to do in his line of work, giving him scars on his soul. But that is what intrigues him about a Brennan and Carly romance, because this person who's been able to compartmentalize their emotions now feels he, and that's what makes the stakes so high, he said, adding, and what makes the romance so much fun and so delicious, because if someone can get through that and get to his heart, he's in for the fight of his life. He surely is, especially if Carly discovers that he transformed her daughter into a super spy. This jeopardizes their possible romance and adds to the actor's enjoyment and excitement in the role. General Hospital spoilers, Chad Duell's exciting new role. General Hospital spoilers and updates reveal Michael Corinthos may be in Germany recovering from the burns he sustained in the explosion, but his portrayer, Chad Duell, has already secured his first project since leaving the ABC soap. He shared an exciting announcement from Stony Point Entertainment, revealing details about his new role. Fans will be able to see Chad perform live on stage. On March 3rd, the production team, led by producer Dorothy Amos, made the momentous announcement. Duell and Zach Mendez are slated to star in Bruce Reisman's world premiere of Yum Yum in Annapolis. The statement hinted at an exciting trip ahead, with an off-Broadway run in New York scheduled for late fall. Reisman will also direct this intimate two-character piece, which is inspired by a real-life incident. The play is based on a genuine friendship between Eugene O'Neill and a young sailor. The play is based on a genuine friendship that began in 1939 between the legendary American playwright Eugene O'Neill and Eddie, a young sailor. Eddie was hired to help rebuild the front porch where O'Neill created his masterpiece, Long Day's Journey into Night. Audiences are in for a treat as these two seasoned stage veterans share the spotlight for an exciting 90-minute show with no breaks. It promises to be an exhilarating showcase, similar to an acting Olympics for these exceptional performers. Rehearsals begin next week with a table read, followed by a magnificent public concert reading in April at NoHo's renowned El Portal Theater, which will include full technical assistance and costumes. Cameron Matheson, Duel's GH co-star who plays Drew Quartermain, chimed in with encouragement, extending his greetings with a swarm of clapping emojis. This pleased Chad's followers, who were eager to see him demonstrate his acting abilities in person and planned to attend the live performances. Just a week ago, Duel hinted to his impending adventure and discussed his new acting experience. "We're delighted that this terrific performer is grabbing the opportunity to pursue new experiences outside of daytime television." Chad's return to the character of Michael Corinthos has yet to be revealed by him or the program, but he was guaranteed the door would be open if he did. Carly is jealous of Brennan's other woman. Carly Spencer appeared jealous of Jack Brennan's other woman, while Jason Morgan and Anna Devane prepared for a vacation to Buenos Aires. Maxie Jones prevented Martin Gray from entering his suite at Metro Court as Lulu Spencer continued to probe. Maxie fought to keep Martin in the restaurant after dragging him there to discuss some legal stuff. Maxie purposefully spilled a drink on herself and asked for help cleaning it up to gain extra time. Meanwhile, Lulu took pictures of the case documents she found about Brooke Lynn Quartermain having Dante Falconeri's baby without his knowledge. After Lulu gave Maxie the all-clear, she met with Cody Bell and assumed Brooke Lynn had told her about her teenage years. As a result, Cody mentioned the pregnancy, providing Lulu with additional assurance. Lois Cerullo appeared concerned as she overheard Cody, Dante, Giovanni Gio Palmieri, and Emma Drake discussing Dante and Brooke Lynn's camp days. Lois ran into Martin's room and requested his case notes, so he took them out and appeared to notice that they were out of order. Martin, however, concealed his misgivings and delivered the notes to Lois, who wished to burn them for safety. Anna then informed Jason about the assassination order for Valentine Cassadine. Jason was upset that he was only now learning about Carly being dragged into Brennan's situation in Germany. Anna was anxious about Charlotte, so Jason predicted that they would be ready to depart as soon as they had a lead. In the Quartermain kitchen, Rocco Falconeri informed Danny Morgan that Charlotte had messaged him and was in Buenos Aires. Rocco was hesitant to tell Lulu for fear that she would flee and endanger her life. When Jason appeared, Danny hurriedly gave him Charlotte's text message, which stated that she was in Buenos Aires. Jason decided it was necessary to keep this information hidden and went to see Anna. Once Rocco was alone with Danny, he yelled at him for telling Jason the truth. This wasn't Danny's secret, but he insisted on attempting to help as things heated up. Dante walked in and asked what was going on, so Rocco and Danny pretended to be bickering about a female that Rocco liked. After summoning Ava Jerome to GH, Portia Robinson informed her about the blackmail situation that had arisen since Brad Cooper discovered the manipulation of her test findings and Drew Quartermain was now holding it over her. Despite telling Curtis about changing the lab results, Portia never told him what happened to Brad. Portia was frightened to be open about Drew since it would mean admitting she had been concealing secrets. Portia wasn't sure whether Curtis would give her a third shot after secrets nearly cost her her marriage. Portia needed Ava's advice, but Ava encouraged her to seek Rick Lansing's advice first. Ava also urged that Portia choose whether to obey Drew's bidding or risk losing Curtis. Portia made a somewhat scary remark about there being no simple solution unless Drew was dead. At the Metro Court, Carly gushed over Jocelyn Jack's updates from Easter Island, where she appeared to be having a great time. Brennan covertly checked at Jocelyn's grade exam and training scores on his phone. A woman called Vivian appeared, recognized Brennan, and began flirting with him in front of Carly. Vivian hoped Brennan would use her number, so Carly walked away from Brennan feeling humiliated. Brennan hunted down Carly, who recommended he needed someone casual like Vivian because she wasn't that type of lady. Brennan hinted at having something more with Carly before receiving a text message indicating that assets were on their way to Buenos Aires, where Charlotte had been found. After Jason met with Anna and informed her that they had a new Charlotte lead, they entered the Metro Court elevator and prepared to travel to Buenos Aires together. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.